Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are cracking open a massive collection of documents from Stephen Hill, the founder of the All-American Network. Our goal? To really understand the blueprint for his incredibly ambitious ecosystem.
Okay, let's dive right in. And we have to start with the architect himself, Stephen Hill. Right off the bat, he frames this not as a business, but as a system for living. He sees himself as a builder of systems. Think about that transition from a mastery electrician, someone who literally wires things together, to an architect of entire automated systems. That's the key to his whole vision. He's trying to create a workflow, not for a building, but for life itself.
So to really get what he's trying to build, you got to get inside his head first, right? We need to understand his core philosophy. At its heart, the vision really boils down to this one simple idea: empowerment. It's about creating systems that allow people to improve their own lives. This theme of patriotism, community, and self-reliance, you're going to see that this is the bedrock of the entire All-American brand.
Now, this is what I find fascinating because it reveals how he thinks. This isn't just some catchy slogan, it's practically an algorithm for solving problems. R2A2S. You recognize a problem, you relate it to what you already know, you assimilate new information, you apply a solution, and then, and this is the crucial part, you surpass the original. It's a repeatable formula for constant improvement that he applies to absolutely everything.
Okay, so that's the why. Let's get into the what and see how this whole thing builds out. Because this vision, it's not just one company. It's this vast, sprawling network of interconnected entities, all living under one giant umbrella.
And yeah, the sheer scale here is wow. I mean, don't even try to read every single name on this slide. The point is just to absorb the incredible breadth of this ambition. We're talking media production, veteran support, financial services, education, talent searches. It's a completely self-contained universe designed to touch almost every single aspect of life.
So how in the world do you organize something this huge? Well, he uses a really powerful metaphor: building a pyramid. Each layer has to be set perfectly for the next one to be stable.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly, his whole step-by-step approach. So you don't start with the flashy stuff at the top. You start at the bottom with a rock-solid foundation of contracts and legal frameworks. Then you build the first cash-generating layers, like financial services. It's only after that's stable that you stack on the media studios and marketing funnels, all leading up to that high-tech capstone, the AI engine that's designed to run the whole show.
So let's talk about that capstone, the very top of the pyramid. Because this whole thing isn't just a collection of companies sitting next to each other. The entire pyramid is designed to be powered by this unique and incredibly powerful technological engine.
And that engine? It's fueled by a team of over 500. That's right, 500 plus custom-built AI agents. Just think of them as a digital workforce. Each one is designed for a very specific role. One might be a project supervisor, another a creative mentor, another a logistical builder. It's a full-fledged organization, just made of code.
But here's the kicker. It's not just about having a ton of AIs. It's about how they work together. He calls this the swarm effect. So instead of one agent doing one task, you can deploy hundreds of them to work in parallel on the same system, kind of like a school of fish or a swarm of bees. It's a strategy to multiply output and scale operations at a speed that would be totally impossible with humans alone.
So you might be wondering, how do you control a swarm of 500 AIs without total chaos? Well, it's through this, a single central command he calls the Master Builder Prompt. You can think of it as the master blueprint, a repeatable framework that directs the entire swarm, making sure there's consistency and control across the whole network.
Now, we've got this grand, high-tech vision, right? AI swarms, pyramids, but it all has a very specific and very tangible starting point, providing practical, on-the-ground support for military veterans.
And the blueprint is super clear about what this support actually looks like. As this slide shows, it is not about being just another charity asking for donations. The approach is hands-on and direct. They act as storytellers to raise awareness, they're connectors to proven resources, and they're providers of actual in-kind services through their own teams.
And this is what that connection looks like in practice. We're not talking about vague promises here. It's a simple, no-nonsense list of trusted, existing resources that a veteran can access immediately for everything from counseling to job training to business certification. It's all about routing people to real help, right now.
So finally, how do you tie all of this together?
The AI swarm, the veteran support, that whole universe of companies. How do you give it a single identity? Well, you do it with a really unique brand and a powerful, memorable call to action.
And this is, well, it's so much more than a motto, isn't it? It's designed to be a ritual. The sound, followed by that scan, select, submit action, it creates a shared experience. It's a tool for building a real sense of identity within what he calls the Eagle Dynasty community, turning followers into members of a tribe.
And that leaves us with a pretty big thought to chew on. This whole blueprint, it's more than just one person's vision. It's a case study in execution by an army of AI. It shows us a potential future where technology enables ambition on a scale we've never seen before. So looking at this, the real question isn't just about this one project, but about what comes next, for all of us.